Fall Protection in Construction Work Toolbox Session. This Toolbox talk will review the most important elements of the Construction Fall Protection Standard, 1926.500, Subpart M. Under the Fall Protection Standard for construction, employers are required to provide fall protection to employees when they are working at 6 feet or more above a lower level. Additionally, fall protection must be provided any time an employee is working over dangerous machinery or equipment, regardless of the fall distance. Fall protection is required when working on open sides and edges, when performing leading edge work, on sloping roofs as seen here, during residential construction work, around holes like the one pictured here, including skylights, as well as excavations and wells. Fall protection is also required during overhand bricklaying, work on steep slope and low steep roofs, during precast concrete erection, and formwork. Prior to beginning work on the elevated surface, the walking and working surface should be inspected to ensure that it can support the weight of the employees, materials, and tools that are going to be placed on it. Fall protection can be provided in the form of covers, guardrails, safety net systems, or personal fall arrest systems. If working around holes, which is a gap of 2 inches or more in size, the covering material should be securely fixed in place and labeled with the word hole. The covering must support the weight of 2 people and/or twice the weight of the heaviest vehicle that might drive over it. Guardrails are a barrier system meant to prevent employees from falling to a lower level. Guardrails consist of a top rail, mid-rail, toe board, and vertical posts. They may be temporary or permanent and can be made of different materials. If wire rope is used, it must be flagged for visibility and inspected frequently. If a safety net system is used, it must be installed as close as practicable below the working surface, and the net and its components should be inspected at least weekly. Personal fall arrest systems are comprised of components and equipment that are worn by employees. The lanyards, vertical lifelines, D-rings, and snap hooks must have a minimum breaking strength of 5,000 pounds. The body harness should be worn so that the attachment point is located in the center of the wearer's back near the shoulder level. Fall arrest systems should be anchored higher than where the worker is located and should not allow the worker to fall a distance greater than 6 feet. The anchor point should not be used to anchor or secure anything except the worker. A positioning device, such as a body belt, holds the worker in place while keeping his or her hands free to work. This personal positioning system is not specifically designed for fall arrest purposes. A controlled access zone is defined as an area in which certain work, like overhand bricklaying, may take place without the use of guardrails, personal fall arrest systems, or safety net systems, and access to the zone is controlled. A warning line is a barrier device used to alert workers they are approaching an area on a roof with an unprotected edge. They are to be used only when a fall protection system is infeasible or impractical, and access to the area beyond the warning line should be blocked when no work is taking place. Here is another example of a warning line. Note the high visibility flags. The warning line should be no less than 6 feet from the roof edge. A safety monitor is an employee who is designated as a competent person capable of recognizing fall hazards, who has no other responsibilities or job functions when acting in this capacity. Hard hats should always be used when there is the possibility that an employee might be exposed to a falling object. Remember, hard hats must be worn in accordance with the manufacturer's guidelines in order to provide the best protection.